You must let go of who you believed you were to become who you were meant to be. And that's all of us. That's what we have to do every single day. But many times we don't do that because it's a little scary to let go of who we believed we were. Because who we believed we were existed yesterday, and who we're meant to become is something else. We're supposed to evolve and mature and develop. But I didn't do that. But I'm going to help you do that today, because today is September 27th, and I'm going to read you that message because it came through on this date 5 years ago. And we think that things are happening accidentally, and they aren't. And I wrote something about it today because I want you to understand, because you must let go of who you believed you were so you can become who you were meant to be, which is this incredibly empowered person who could affect change in our world and also in your life. And that's what we're all up to now. But you'll love this message, and because it calls me out all the time, which is what we all kind of want, don't we? September 27th, 2020. You must let go of who you believed you were to become who you were meant to be. We must first preface this message by saying it has been months in the making because Roger was a bit too timid to deliver it, informing so much of this message. Please keep in mind that we are referring to the collective you, or your world, throughout the entirety of this message. And we will continue to use the United States as an example. As we have said, but many don't believe that you have had many lifetimes, and in each one you want to accomplish more or evolve to a greater degree because it causes your world to evolve as you are all one. You never fully understand that one in any lifetime, and particularly this one. Each of you is born with the ability and tools to use to navigate your lives in a way where you would achieve the goals you set forth. Those tools have been called many things over the millennia, such as karma, cause and effect, and attraction law. They're all the same. They always work, and you can't operate in opposition to them. But that is what you attempt to do in each lifetime. To alert you to the fact you have done so, you will experience lack, depression, illness, unhappiness, pandemics, and even every other form of uncomfortableness to guide you back to your path. Don't worry, we will prove it now. We told you of the reunion of sorts Roger had with his family, and especially his older aunts. Roger asked one of them of a memory he had of his great-grandmother. Roger remembered a story where he was told that he would never leave her rocking chair after she died because Roger missed her so much. When he asked his aunt about that story, which he believed she had told him, she informed him she hadn't. Now, what we are revealing is what Roger did not know. Roger was experiencing, even at a very young age, his disconnection from us, or his guidance. He only thought it was his great-grandmother. Roger began attempting to block us out at a very young age, as many of you have done, and you are doing now when you hear your guidance. Roger would have visions at night that terrified him, so he did everything for years not to listen to them, and he endured unbearable strife by doing so. Today we made it so uncomfortable for him physically that he had to write this, for he has known his physical symptoms have always been his resistance to who he was meant to be. Yes, you were meant to be something as well, and it was something essential that would add to the world's evolution. We told Roger to focus on his job to motivate and inspire others, for there will be much strife for the world to move through forthcoming. Just as you have attempted to hold on to the old idea of you, so is the world, and that is not evolution. Here is the part that Roger did not want to write. You all have been lying to yourselves. You have known you were doing so, but did not know how to break free of those limitations. You are doing so now. Since the world placed the United States in a leadership position, it is leading the way to evolution in this current restructuring. You cannot continue to lie to yourself and expand at the same time. The United States then elected a leader who would allow you to examine the lies you have told yourself about who you are. You have done this for centuries because you had to choose who you wanted to be. We are not giving you an opinion, but only a cosmic fact. If you take the time to examine your history, you will find this thread throughout. You struggle over the acquisition of power and subjugate one another to acquire more. The only problem with that concept is you have forgotten that all power is within you and cannot be accessed, used, or made powerful unless you come together within yourself, for that is the oneness you have all sought, and you must do that first before you see it manifest in the world. Roger is doing that now, which is why this message is so long, and because he is Roger, he would like to apologize for that. But at the same time, he knows it aided so many of you. You will be fine. That was really uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't want to read that. Just like I didn't want to write it, because that's how clear my communication is. That's how I hear things, and that's why I wrote this little article today, to give you a little bit more to expose, because Wilhelm has given me everything to move through my life and become almost 75, and everything has changed. And my biggest frustration has been that this was so different that no one could believe it. And then I watch our world keep imploding, and everyone else is doing the same thing because you can't love yourself. I couldn't do it either. But enjoy the article, because that's why I wrote it. I wanted you to understand. And you're here to do something great, and now is the time you're supposed to do it. I'm going to do that now. See you soon.